Slovakia, Iran, Peru, and of course be the chair of the executive board. And I promise you, we will bring this message to our countries, to the organization, which at the moment has got 195 members. And we have to push it together. Thank you very much.
Now, let's invite Professor Ahmad Usman to take the floor.
Thank you, Mr. Chairman. Ni hao. Good morning. Excellencies, Madam Katalin Bogian, Madam Alessandra Cummins, Mr. Hoping, Mr. Francisco Bandarin, Mr. Zhang Jianping, ladies and gentlemen. So I'm standing in this podium not to give a closing statement, but I am invited to share the message from Indonesia for all of you who are attending this excellent congress in Hangzhou. And with that, I would like to begin first by thanking the Director General of UNESCO, Madam Irina Bukova, and the Editor of Culture, Mr. Bandarin, and of course our very friendly and warm hosts in China, who have given me this opportunity to participate and share with you about Indonesia initiative to have a forum on culture in Bali this coming November. So may I also congratulate China for having such a successful congress here in Hangzhou. Hangzhou Congress on Culture as a key to sustainable development is an important stepstone for our efforts together to make culture as an important agenda in the post-SDGs 2015. We do appreciate UNESCO very much for facilitating all these events and bring up culture as a central issue in development. Indonesia has also been consulting closely with UNESCO and some international experts in preparing the Bali Forum. Globalization is an opportunity, but also a potential threat to our local culture, and how one can maximize this opportunity and minimize the negative impact is depending on how one would wisely and appropriately use culture as a catalyst in sustainable development by sharing experiences, strengthening relationships, appreciating cultural diversity, and fostering policies that enable local and national cultural communities to flourish in the era of globalization. With this in mind, the President of the Republic of Indonesia, Dr. Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, cordially invites all local, national, regional, and international participants to involve in the World Culture in Development Forum in Bali, Indonesia. Indonesia, as part of the most culturally and linguistically diverse countries in the world, is initiating an inclusive and strategic opportunity for discussing, debating, and understanding the role of culture in sustainable development. The basis for this forum in Bali are the UN General Assembly, Common Statement on the Outcomes of the UN Conference on Sustainable Development, and of course, the proclamation of this Hangzhou Congress. We have to continue working on how culture and development could be an integral part in the post-SDGs agenda. I would say that there will be differences in approach, frameworks, and platform between Hangzhou Congress and Bali Forum. As a continuous effort in emphasizing culture in development, so the World Cultural Forum in Bali is aimed to establish ideas and new pathways and approaches, establish ethical frameworks for community engagement, and assuring appropriate cultural indicators for measuring sustainable development. As a series of intellectual exercises about culture in development, the Bali Forum will focus on how we can empower the community using bottom-up approaches, in addition to strong and clear top-down policy prepared by the government. We seek the best practices in developing cultural industries based on a strong ethical investment by encouraging entrepreneurial and synergistic partnership. We are not only presenting best practices, but also a lesson learned that we have faced while implementing people-centered projects. This is Indonesia's proposition that we are humbly hoping to vision Bali as a home of a cultural forum that is resembling the World Economic Forum in Davos, Switzerland, and International Environment Forum in Brazil. In Hangzhou, we are using culture as a key, and in Bali, the theme is the power of culture as a catalyst in sustainable development. The word "in" has been carefully chosen to underscore the importance of culture embedded internally in the mind of man as the main actor in sustainable development. There are 4 subthemes in Bali, which are culture, democracy, and sustainability, cultural convergence in the global context, culture and economic sustainability, and culture and the environment. There are cross-cutting issues really debated, such as gender mainstreaming, youth engagement, and children of today and tomorrow. I will give you a quick glance on how the structure of the forum. There will be programs, there will be people carnival, and there will be culture film based, and there is also option for post-conference program. So we hope that in futures, Indonesia is expecting and planning to have the more regular basis of this forum that will be held whether Indonesia or somewhere else. So there are important supporting programs like People's Carnival. We are inviting many cultural carnivals coming from different countries, as well as also Indonesia culture. We are also inviting the culture-based film that will be presenting the film made by each country different part of the world. We propose the keynote speakers, such as, of course, our President, Dr. Susilo Bambang Yudhoyono, Kofi Annan, President Dilma of Brazil, and President Ellen Johnson Sirleaf from Liberia, and our dear Director General of UNESCO, Madam Irina Bokova, and the former Vice President Al Gore. So we do have a lot of proposed speakers and Nobel laureates, the Minister of Cultures, and the eminent culture experts and participants. So these are the proposed Nobel laureates. Dr. Stiglitz, Dr. Yunus, and Madam Harman. So we have established the strategy Brazil, China, France, India, Japan, Russia, South Africa, Turkey, UK, and USA. Of course, we are expecting to have a lot of audience coming to Bali. The head of state of different countries, and from Europe, from North America, South America, Asia Pacific, Africa, Southeast Asia, and also from Arab countries. So we do hope that the delegates coming from different role in developing culture and also in the development program. So the venues will be in Bali, November 24 to 27, 2013. And the place will be in the Westin Hotel and Resort. So my closing statement, let me once again, on behalf of the government of Indonesia, thank you UNESCO and the government of China for giving us the opportunity to share our plan for having World Cultural Forum in Bali. Bali is ready to accept the torch passed by Hangzhou to continue our commitment in empowering role of culture in sustainable development. Congratulations for your successful and excellent Congress in Hangzhou, and we'll see you all again in Bali in November 2013. Thank you very much. See you soon.
Now, I'm pleased to invite Mr. Benjamin, the Assistant Director General of Cultural Affairs.
Thank you very much. I will be very short because I think we had the possibility of exchanging on the substance and the conclusion of this conference in the sessions. All I want to say is that I think we all are aware that this event has a great importance. This has been a great event, and we haven't had an event like this in our cultural for development policy in many, many years. In fact, probably in the past 15 years, since the Stockholm Conference, the Paris Conference, we haven't had the opportunity to gather the international community, the experts around this issue. So I think time was mature, ready for this important gathering, which brings us together to define a platform, a policy, to refine the message, as we said earlier, and to project all of us to a new dimension, which of course has to do with the discussion that is taking place on the international level of the post-2015 agenda. So let's say that this conference for us has been a very important point of arrival of many, many years of discussion and elaboration, but at the same time it is a point of departure. I see it really as a very important hub, a point of departure for the future policies. Now we have all to gather our forces, to go to the appropriate fora, New York and others, to support what we have so clearly stated during this debate and in this very important document that has been just read to you, the Hangzhou Declaration. I would like to thank again also the city of Hangzhou for not only hosting the event but also giving its name to this document. I see this document as really a legacy of this important event, but also a legacy of many, many activities, work that has taken place in the past years. You have seen us just minutes ago signing a joint statement with the National Commission of UNESCO and the City of Hangzhou, which in fact is a commitment to continue the effort and the cooperation in the spirit of the Hangzhou Declaration. We have committed ourselves to continue working on this area through workshop, fora, and other activities related to the content of the Hangzhou Declaration, and to promote initiatives that are linked to heritage conservation, to sustainable tourism, cultural and creative industries, cultural institutions, and so on. So we have here a very important platform, something that allows us to stay together and very far in the future. Mr. Dear friend and ladies and gentlemen and colleagues, I think I will now close my intervention with a few thanks, if you allow me, also on behalf of the Director General. I think UNESCO is very thankful to, first of all, to the government of the People's Republic of China. You have been so generous, so supportive, so friendly to us that we cannot but thank you from the center of our heart. I would like to thank Mrs. Liu Yongnon, the Vice Premier of China, who has given us the honor of coming here, as well as the Vice Minister of Culture, Mrs. Zhao Xiaohua. You all heard their presentation the other day. And of course, special thanks goes to you as helping. You are the person that is closer to UNESCO as in your role as not only Vice Minister of Education, but also Chairperson of the National Commission for UNESCO. We have in the National Commission our best friends. Mr. Douillet was here, now he's the Secretary General, he's a person that we see all the time in Paris, and we exchange on a daily basis almost with him and all the colleagues. I would like to also thank the authorities from the Hangzhou, which have been so motivated and generous in their in particular the governor of the People's Government of the Zhejiang province, Mr. Li Qiang, who also intervened at the beginning, the Secretary of the Communist Party of Hangzhou, Mr. Han Kuming, and of course our Vice Mayor, Zhang Jingtang, who has been the person that since the beginning, since we started envisaging this event 2 years ago, was offering his support and is very warm welcoming to any time that we were candidate. So I would like to really collectively express, on behalf of UNESCO, our thanks. Of course, we have many other people to thank, starting with all the participants. Let me just mention a few that I need to thank because of their role. First of all, the representatives of our governing bodies. I'm very happy that both of you, this is a special event where the two leaders of the two bodies of UNESCO, Madame Boguier, the President of the General Conference, and Mrs. Cummings from the Chairperson of the Executive Board, here with us. So thank you again for making this a clear commitment from the governing bodies of UNESCO towards the promotion of this report. And of course our colleagues that are here, my colleague Hans Bill has been accompanying and supporting in all senses this event. I would like to thank also some other colleagues that have been very important in the making of this thing. I think you will know all of them, but one person in particular I need to thank is Nada Hassan. Nada, please stand up. Nada has been the mind and the arm of this initiative that I've been really very thankful to her. Of course, I thank also many other colleagues now, Ayasha, Giovanni, Boccardi, that have been working, you don't know how much, especially late at night for this. And you've seen in our secretary many colleagues that have been working, not name all of them, because there are very many that I'd like to collectively thank all of them for their effort. Also, we have here the privilege of having three of the secretaries of the Convention of UNESCO, the World Heritage Convention, the Intangible Heritage Convention, and the Convention for Diversity and Cultural Expression. I'd like to thank them all, and of course Lynn Patchett was always to my side in every event that concerns management of the cultural sector. And finally, I'd like also to thank, we had three directors of UNESCO offices here, from Michael, from and thanks to your colleagues to accompany us in this effort. So, as a conclusion, and I would like to really thank, on behalf of the DG, would really recommend to stress the fact that the friendship between UNESCO and China is a fundamental pillar for us, for our future policies in this field. I'd like to thank again the government of China and its entirety for its generosity and support. Thank you.
Now I would like to invite Mr. Zhang Jianqi, Vice Mayor of Hangzhou, to take the floor. Please.
尊敬的卡塔林国教院主席、弗朗西斯克·班德明助理总干事、华平部部长，尊敬的各位来宾、女士